Democratic National Convention, again, officially starting minutes ago in Charlotte. DNC Chairwoman Debbie Wasserman Schultz, some high-profile speakers. Hey, let's listen in.
The Democratic Party will now come to order.
There you go, the roar of the crowd. It is on. Again, a big night tonight. Our very own Aisha Sase is inside the Time Warner Cable Arena. Pretty exciting stuff there, Audrey. You're right there as it gets gavelled in.
Hey, Mike, the atmosphere in here is electric. The convention floor packed with delegates, more than 5,000 from around the country gathered here, and all excited, all really motivated for this three-day convention. Of course, Mike, as you know, the formal business of nominating the president will take place tomorrow, and also there'll be lots of big speeches where they'll be trying to hammer home the differences between the Democratic Party and the Republicans and Obama's challenger, Mitt Romney. But right now, as I say, everyone focusing on the start of the convention. Lots of great speakers expected tonight. The likes of First Lady Michelle Obama and the keynote address coming from Julian Castro, Mayor of San Antonio. I've been out and about trying to meet the delegates, trying to get a feel for them, why they're here, what motivates them, and how they feel about this convention. And I want to introduce you to a wonderful couple that I met just a couple of days ago, Shirley and Audrey Love from West Virginia. They've been married for over 60 years, and they haven't missed a convention since 1972. You could say it's become something of a family tradition. Take a look. It's my understanding that you haven't missed a convention since 1972. That's quite a tradition you've got going there. And Audrey, I've got to ask you how you feel about this family tradition.
It has been so wonderful. It's been a great ride, and it's been wonderful for our children and our grandchildren. We must always have one of them with us, or two or three, and it goes back a long way. They have children of their own now.
How have the conventions changed over the years?
Well, from the first convention in Miami, it was more of an open convention. You had McGovern running, you had Hubert Humphrey running, you had Scoop Jackson running, you had Terry Sanford running, you had Muskie running, and anyone could have won that election. It's changed now. You don't have that infighting as much as you did.
It changed for the better?
Yes and no. Yes and no. You know, the media has come into the picture more than it was then, and there's so much negative on the media. My prediction would be possibly after this election, there will be no president that will serve more than 4 years because everything is so negative, and they have that opportunity to chew one another out. You know, you wonder if a president will serve 2 terms afterwards.
Audrey, do you have a favorite convention memory from the years gone by?
I certainly do. I had a wonderful experience with President Clinton. I got to see him first up and look right into his eyes, and at one point I got to look at one of Clint Eastwood's eyes in a convention, and so that just made my convention.
Michael Clark, I can tell you that Audrey was practically blushing all these years later from spending time and meeting President Clinton. They're just absolutely over the moon, and they've formed some great memories and gathered some great memories that they share with their family from being at these conventions over the years. Right now on the stage, just below me, the invocation is ongoing. Speaking right now is His Eminence Metropolitan Nicholas. He's the Bishop of the Greek Orthodox Diocese of Detroit. A number of formalities to happen, Mike, before we get the big speeches of the night.
Hey, Aisha, isn't it interesting that the gentleman you talked to, just a lovely couple there, how he talks so much about the negativity, you know, that's gone on. That's what's really stuck with him through the years, just what happens now, the negativity. And I think that sticks with a lot of people.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it that a lot of people have been turned off the political process, and as you know, Mike, this election in particular has been very, very nasty and bitter in tone. We've seen so many of these political attack ads flooding the airways, flooding radio, and people really, particularly at a time when they're hurting economically, just want to hear the politicians talk about the issues that matter to them. And really, for a lot of people, politics moving in the wrong direction there, Mike.
Got it. All right. Hey, Aisha, good catching up with you there. And by the way, big night tonight, as Aisha mentioned, Julian Castro. He's going to give the keynote address. But we've got the ultimate expert when it comes to Julian Castro. If you want to know a little bit more about him, his mom.